Robbie Williams, folks. I did mention on here last week that I'd seen the first part of his four-parter that's just been released on Netflix. And I said through gritted teeth I was pretty surprised at how much I liked it. It was alright, really. I thought it would be, but Robbie's someone I've never really taken to and never really wanted to like. But I've got to say, I watched the final three parts, the back end of last week. I've just not had a chance to report on it yet. And I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It got better through each episode for me. Episode 3, in many respects, was a really, really hard watch. The guy has been through a lot. The guy has definitely got many, many problems up here. He's had many. I think he's still got some. But I think meeting, is it Ada, or whatever the lady's name is? I don't know. I said it quickly then in case I pronounced it wrong. Miss Field, let's say Miss Field as has been a great thing for him. And for both of them, for that matter. I think it's really helped him tremendously. But as we said last week, he's having massive problems sleeping, so he's got insomnia really, really badly. And I think he's been through it in his time. But they've shown it over 4 parts. And the biggest thing I'll say about the thing is, I mean, if I were to compare it to, say, the Beckham one, I know they're in different fields. One's in sport, one's in entertainment, although I think the guy in sport's trying to, break the entertainment barrier down. He likes his mush on the TV, with all manner of things, does old David. I just thought it was much, much more refreshing than the Beckham documentary. For all I enjoyed the Beckham thing, I think Robbie's was much more honest, and I mean much more honest. And for that, you've got to give him a pat on the back. But what he's been through is tremendous, really. I mean, I've never really liked him. I've never wanted to like him. I've not minded a few of his songs, but he's been more boy bandish for me, and I'm not a boy band kind of person. And I thought his talent wasn't that great. But after hearing some of the songs he's singing and some of the bits and pieces in rehearsals, he's not necessarily as bad as I first thought. And some of the songs are really good. And all I can say is he sells out arena upon arena upon arena. So he must have something about him. He is, as he says, a showman. And it works for him. As I say, he's not my kind of showman, but it works and you can't knock it. But he was saying things there that there was like a 10-year period where he just didn't want to perform in this country. He hated being here because the main 3 rags there, the Sun, the Star and the Mirror, just said nothing but badness about him. And they were just putting him in the paper almost on a daily basis, saying absolutely awful things. And when you look at some of the headlines that the documentary showed you, and then you look at where he is wherever in concert and there's 60, 70, 80 million people screaming how good he is, you think to yourself, well, why would they write all that? Why have they got to constantly drag him over the coals? Don't get me wrong, many might say he doesn't help himself because he's got this real jack of the lad personality, and he comes across as really, really cocky. Even when he comes on stage, he's really cocky, with the all arms of the thing, and the nodding to him and all that. He comes across as really, really big-headed. But I suppose I realised by the end of the 4-parter, a lot of that is an act. It is an act, and it's part of the persona. But you watch him in concert, and you can understand why people like him. And as I say, I just felt really sorry for the guy. I thought it was really spot on. I mean, there's one bit in episode 3, and I don't want to spoil it too much for those that might not have seen it, but he's at Round Day Park in Leeds there doing 2 nights. Have a look at the first night there and what he went through. And I'm telling you now, there's no acting involved there. That is legit. That is 100%. And now he's come back from that and carried on performing, to be honest with you, it's surprising. That guy has had, and still probably has got demons there. Not as bad as they were maybe, but they're still there. They're in the back of his mind all the time and can surface at any time. But no, he's doing reasonably well for himself now, and I think it's the love of a good woman that's got him there. Finally, he found the right woman, and he was probably ready to settle down, and he realised the time was right to probably change his life and change his ways. I think he's done that. But no, it was a good documentary, and I really, really did enjoy it. And it surprised me, really, but I did enjoy it. Anyway, I've made a resolution now to not knock him again, and I'm not going to. I might knock him the odd time for what he wears, a bit Cliff-like, or whatever else, and have a bit of a laugh and a joke, a bit more tongue-in-cheek. But I'm not going to call him as a crap performer and a crap singer as I've done in the past, because I don't think he's that bad after all. I think this is one time when Britain's Grumpy Stolgate got it ever so slightly wrong. And as you know, folks, I've never been afraid of saying when I'm wrong. It's what I do. I think I got it wrong on this one. I think he's alright, and anyway, I don't want anyone going through what he's going through. So I do hope the rest of his life is good and things improve. I thought to myself watching him, I thought, would I rather have what I've got or what he's had? and I wouldn't mind his dosh at all. I really wouldn't mind that. You want to see where he lives, it's just sumptuous, it's unbelievable. But I thought, no, I wouldn't swap him for mine. No, I wouldn't. I'm happy with what I've had. I'm happy with my lot, you know. And it just does go to show sometimes, folks, money really isn't everything. It isn't, because with all the money he's had, and all right, he's frittered a lot of it away and wasted a lot of it, but he's still got a bundle of cash there. Money doesn't buy you everything. It really, really doesn't. Robbie Williams would testify to that one. Anyway, that's it from me on this subject. If you've not watched it, watch it. I think it's a really good watch. I think you'll enjoy it, especially, as I say, episode 3. Really good, that one.